Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, I am Arias from 3BC class, and now I will present a journal article with the title Factors Influencing Indonesia Tourists Traveling to Turkey During the Pandemic. This article journal is from Journal Ilmiah Hospitality, and the author of this journal is Dina Haryani from Bogor Tourism College. The volume number of this journal article is 10 and the issue number is 1. This journal was published in June 2021. The total of all journal article is 8 pages. Next, before entering the main explanation about these journal articles, I will explain about the abstract of this journal article. Travel ground has been halted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In June 2020, Turkey announced the Safe Tourism Certificate program to increase the number of tourists. After that, travel agency in Indonesia began to promote Turkish tour package, and the number of tourists from Indonesia increased. There are articles and in-depth study on the Turkey Safe program and the factors that influence the travel of Indonesia tourists to Turkey are safety, cleanliness, priorities, discounted rates, and flexibility. Next, the introduction. The COVID-19 case in Indonesia began to have an impact the tourism industry in March 2020 because the Indonesian government declared COVID-19 a national disaster. In July 2020, airport in Indonesia began to safe travel campaign. In August 2020, the number of flights in Indonesia reached the highest number of the flights since the pandemic. Based on the UNWTO World Tourism Barometer 2020, foreign tourist arrival or overnight visitor fell by 72 in January until October 2020 compared to the same period last year. However, returning to 2019 levels in terms of international arrival could take 2020 half to 4 years in June 2020. Turkey has announced its Safe Tourism Certification Program. Indonesia travel again visited Turkey to observe the Safe Tourism Certification in Turkey. After they visited Turkey, they believe it was safe to travel to Turkey during the pandemic, and they started selling Turkey tour package to Indonesia tourists. Next, the literature review. And this next slide is travel motivation. According to George 2004 and March and Woodside, travel motivation can be considered one of the most important psychological influence of tourist behavior. Factor motivating a tourist to travel are escape from the daily environment, self-discovery, and evaluation, leisure of the participation in recreational activities, gaining a certain level of prestige for recreation purpose, strengthening family ties, and facilitating their level of social interaction. And then pull factor according to Crouch contribute to providing an experience for tourists, both positive and negative impression of a destination. The pull factor are the service infrastructure and the destination environment. Service infrastructure consists of transportation and travel service, and number two, recreation and attraction service, and accommodation service, and the last, shopping service, food and beverage service. COVID-19 impact on tourism. COVID-19 had many impacts, as in all sectors of the economy suffered a great deal from the lockdown, quarantine, and border closure. In Indonesia, the COVID-19 pandemic has a direct impact on hotel occupancy, food and beverage, theater and cinema, tourism activities, and the creative economy. And less, travel agency. The risk of a pandemic is the temporary closure of hotel and restaurant into permanent closure default on investment loans and working capital loans and reduction of employees or layoff. And this, to revive the tourism sector economy during the pandemic, the Turkish government issue a safe tourism certification program, and the Indonesian government used the CHSA. It is a Clean Lines Health, Safety, and Environment Certification Program. And this slide is explain about Turkey's safe tourism program. Turkey has announced a safe tourism certification program. The safe tourism certification issue under the leadership of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism and administered in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, covers a wide range of safety measures taken with respect to the transportation, accommodation, and health condition of the both hotel employees and tourists. Like many countries, Turkey has been hit hard by the coronavirus. One of the requirements for entry during the pandemics is to complete the travel health and certificate for Turkey online before departing. And then CHSA, Clean Lines Health, Safety, and Environment, has been implemented in the tourism and creative economy sector in Indonesia since September 2020. CHSA was made based on the decree of the Minister of Health concerning health protocols in public place and facility in the context of the prevention and control of COVID-19. CHSA is applied to tourism sector and the creative economy in Indonesia. Tourism consists of a hotel, restaurant, attraction, homestay, business travel, guides, spa, MICE, and special interests. And this, the creative economy are cinema, performing arts, music, fine arts, fashion, culinary, craft, photography, and games right. The research methodology of this article, the goal of descriptive research is to describe a phenomenon in its characteristic. This research is more concerned with what rather than how or why something has happened. This study aims to explore Turkey, safe tourism program, and the push and pull factor of Indonesian tourists to travel to Turkey during the pandemic. To achieve the research and objective data were collected from secondary research journal, article, statistical report, and then primary data were collected through interview and observation of the tourists and travel again guides who had gone to Turkey during the pandemic. The results, the Turkey government introduced health risk mitigation measure during the COVID-19 pandemic. Turkey has become a destination for many Indonesia to vacation as a result of the pent-up desire to travel amidst the lockdown. The demand for international travel among Indonesia tourists has been boosted. After the government announced safe tourism to Turkey, Indonesia travel again sought tour package to Turkey. The tour package has proven to able to attract Indonesia tourists to travel to Turkey. Recorded at Soekarno-Hatta Airport in Jakarta as many as 5,494 people in October 2020 who flew via Turkey lines. Okay, the next slide, conclusion. The safe tourism program offered by the Turkish government has proven to be quite influential in attracting Indonesia tourists to travel to Turkey during the pandemic. Turkey condition itself is much quieter than before the pandemic, which make Indonesian tourists comfortable when traveling because they don't interact much. Tourism sector business such as travel agents are trying to sell package by implementing health protocols regulated by Indonesia government and the Turkey government. The suggestion we still don't know when the pandemic will end, while the tourism sector in job opportunity for millions of people in the world. Recovering is not easy, but running the safe tourism to Turkey program is expected to attract tourists to visit Turkey. That's all my presentation for today. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.